Hello, so we're going to be building out a membership site here in ClickFunnels. I'm going to walk you through the process of how to do it. It's not too difficult and it doesn't take too much time, but I will go kind of slow so that you can see how the process works. So here at the dashboard, there's two ways to get to building a new funnel. You can hover over ClickFunnels and build funnel, or click this button here, and that's the one we're going to choose. We'll have a pop-up here. It'll ask you what your goal is. For me, what I like to do is I like to use the cookbook option. We're looking for a membership funnel. Now, membership funnel comprised of 4 pages. This particular membership funnel here is geared towards people who are paying memberships. I'm actually going to modify this. I'm going to show you how to build a free membership funnel, so you can build this up and use it as a giveaway, like a lead magnet. So I'm going to actually be modifying this toward in that direction. So we need to choose our template. And I'm just going to go with something kind of simple. This one looks fine. And if you look, you can see step 1 is the video sales letter order form. And it'll kind of show you what everything will kind of look like. Offer wall for like upsells. Membership access page. And then the actual membership area. So get funnel. It will load the funnel into the account. And once it's loaded in, you can see here the 4 stages of the paid membership funnel here. Video sales letter, the offer wall for the upsells, the access page, and the membership area. So like I said, I'm going to be modifying this to be a free funnel, just kind of a giveaway funnel. If you want, or excuse me, giveaway membership. If you wanted to, if you wanted to turn this into a paid membership, then this is how you would do it. You would have some kind of a sales letter, some offer bumps, and then of course your membership areas here. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be getting rid of the video sales letter segment and the offer wall, which leaves the access page and the membership area. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to edit up the membership access page. From here, you just click Edit Page. And it takes us here. This is the registration page. Once you've registered, the login page will look just like this. We're going to modify this up. But assuming this is what we decided to go with, the login page would look just like this. It would just have the email and password fields. And it would say login instead of create. So if you're not familiar with how ClickFunnels works, it's the builder is divided into sections. So if you hover, you can see that we have a green section here, a blue subsection, and then an orange element. And that is how ClickFunnels organizes its builder. So you can modify all of these different components. So first thing I like to do is address the logo here. So I'd rather put I'm going to put my brand on here. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to throw a generic brand image up there. For you though, for your website, for your brand, all you're going to do to change this, if you're using one of these pre-built templates, click on this element. You're going to click here on this little picture looking thing here in the image row. It'll bring up your images. You'll just select whichever image corresponds to your brand or whatever you wanted to insert there. Double click. And I'm just going to go with the ClickFunnels logo. If you need to resize it, this is where you can resize it width or height. Say we wanted to bring this to 150, make it a little bit smaller. If we want to put like our slogan, we could put build great funnels or something like that. Now for the background, if we don't like this background, we can hover over settings, background. We can use a color or select an image for this. I'm going to select an image. And I'm going to go with just some very generic black background here. Image position, full center fit. And we scroll, and now we have a generic pure black background. So now we go into the actual form itself. If we wanted to make any modifications, we would just select the element. Remember, those are in orange that we wanted to change. It allows us to do a text input. So for me, I might want to throw something like this in here to make it stand out a little bit more. I might come over here. Now, when you hover, you're going to have these settings here, these different tabs. This one will allow you to drag and drop this element. These are your settings. This is how you would clone or copy this element. This is how to delete it. So for cloning, if you just click clone, it'll create a duplicate. To drag the duplicate, you can just click this and you can drag it anywhere within this section. To delete it, you click the garbage can. So to change things related to this element, we'll click settings. And let's say I wanted to change the text color to red. Kind of make it stand a little bit more. Okay, that's decent. How to make money online from home. We're just going to keep that. We're not going to change anything with this headline. If we wanted to change the, say, the font to make this font different, it's the same thing, settings, font family. So if we wanted a different font style, like Oswaldo, or Yala, keep that. If we wanted to change the color of the text, we would just come in here. Since this is bolded text, see what ClickFunnels does is it allows you to choose the standard text color, but if any of the text in that is bold, you can choose a specific color for that. So if I did this, and I unbolded this headline, and I just wanted to bold this, and then I go into my settings, and I can change the bold color to red. So now that the text that I bolded now stands out apart from, and that's if you want to emphasize something. Create your accounts, same thing, you just click into the box here. Now because this is a form here, each of these text elements here, you fill out on one of these lines. So register headline is this, create your account. So if we want to emphasize that it's free, we might type free in there. This is the email field, so that's fine. Email placeholder, that's this text in here. Password, and there's placeholder text there. If you wanted to put something specific, you could put your best email. It's not letting me change it for some reason. Generally speaking, I don't know why, maybe it's just something built into this form, but generally speaking, you would be able to enter whatever placeholder text you wanted here, but for some reason it's not letting me. So just know that that is something you can do. Password, placeholder, your password, confirm, placeholder text. So generally you can change these, and then of course it says create your account. Again, if we wanted to add the word free, make it stand out. When they register, this will no longer be a register form. It'll be a login form. So this will be for the login form once they get in. So we'll just keep this all the same. Log into your account, log into account, forgot password, send me a password reset. We'll keep all that the same. We can change the button color. So if we wanted to change it to something else, say red, kind of make it look more consistent. That's how we would do that, by selecting button background color. We come down here, this row here kind of stands out. If we wanted to, we could do a couple things with this. We could make it the same color as this, or we could make it red like this. Now you see that it's kind of wide. So padding is the amount of space here and here. So we have top and bottom. So we could narrow this up a little bit. Now it's much smaller. To change the text color in here, click there. Text color. The transparency is down a bit. But if we wanted, say, black, we would just click black. And then we could put whatever name we wanted here. So if your name was your company name. And then down here as well. Technically, since this information is already down here, we could probably get rid of this. And if we wanted to do that, get rid of this red bar here, we would just hover over the green section, go down to the delete tab, delete it. We're going to save that. Save your work as you go along. Something happens, your computer crashes, you won't lose everything. Settings, you'll manage your integrations. So when they register, they enter their email and they click the create account. This email address has to go somewhere. Under settings, you have your integrations. Your integrations are the email autoresponder accounts. Either you've elected to use Actionetics, which is built into ClickFunnels, or you have an outside third party. Whatever the case may be, you'll set up that integration. Right now there's not one set up, but assuming you did, you'd have one set up. You would select the integration. If you had Actionetics, you would select the Actionetics, or whatever your integration is. The action will be add to list, because we want to add this email to a list. Now, ideally, you'll have a list already created for leads that you capture through here. You may want to segment them and say membership site, contacts, or something like that. But you'll select whichever list you've built. Now you have an autoresponder integration set up. Your SEO metadata is information related to the page. So we'll just say your company, membership login, tracking code if you have certain programs that allow for tracking this page, to get information and statistics, custom CSS, using that, you can use that to insert code and give the site advanced functionality. Background, if you wanted to change the background to something else, you would just click that. You could click an image. In this case, I went with a black image, but if you wanted something else, say like that, you could change that right there using this. You would just make sure select background image, full center fit, make sure that everything is groovy there, and we'll just keep that for now. Typography is the fonts. If you wanted to change all the fonts on the page to be uniform. General settings are on Submit Go. In this case, the ClickFunnels knows that on the Submit button, it knows to go to the actual membership area. So that is already done. To see what it looks like on mobile, click the mobile button, and this is what it will look like on mobile. Applications, if you wanted to insert certain applications or use certain applications here. And if you save and preview it, for some reason this takes you to the actual, it's taking us to the actual membership page. So what I'll do is I have a way to actually preview this page as just this page here. But we'll come back to that in a second. So this membership access page is pretty much done. The only thing we need to do now, come over here to the publishing tab, make sure that our name is good. This is what we want to name the page, membership access page, that's fine. The path is what follows the domain name. So if we come over here to settings, domain, if you have purchased domains through ClickFunnels or you have ported domains over from a third-party provider, your domains will be listed here. You would select the domain you want to associate this membership site with. The path will be the extension that follows the .com. SMTP has to do with your emails. If you have, if you're using Actionetics, or if you have a third-party integration and you set up your SMTP configuration, you'll be able to select which one you want there. If you want to rename the funnel, it tagged cookbook because we built this funnel out of the cookbook. But if you wanted to change this, you could delete it and enter another tag. We're going to leave it. Favicons are these little icons here next to this descriptor. So this little icon right there. If you have a link to a favicon you want to have placed up there, you can insert that there. This is for tracking information. Contacts, people associated to this funnel. Statistics will tell you, our stats will tell you, information about number of page views, number of opt-ins, the number of people that have come to the page, number of people that opt in from there. You can get your opt-in rate to your pages. You can select a date range, filter by certain information. We'll go back to the steps. Okay. And then as far as automation is concerned, what we'll do add new action, add to list, because when they register here, we're going to add them to the list. It's going to be for everyone who registers. ClickFunnels internal is fine. Add to list. And this is the list that we'll add them to. Final action. So that's done. So we're ready to move on to the membership area. Now this is where we're going to be getting into a little bit more in depth here. The membership area is different than the membership access page. That was just a page editor. There is a page editor for this area, but we're not going to really go into that yet. What we're going to do is we're going to look at these sections and lessons. Now, when you're ready to start filling this membership area with content, you have to remember a section is a container for lessons. So if your first section is, let's just say your first section is your welcome section. Okay, so let's just rename this welcome. How I got to this is I just double clicked on the section, on the word first section that I just double clicked on. Product requirements. If you have sections that you want to restrict who has access to it, you can set a rule that people have to have purchased products in order to qualify for access to that content. In this case, we're just going to leave this as it is. We're not going to add any tag requirements. If someone has access to a tag, they'll have access to a section. So you can associate a section. You can give this section a tag, and then if you tag a member, assign that tag to a member of access to a section. So we're going to update this lesson section. It updates the name. Now remember, each of these sections is a holder for a lesson. So if this is welcome, this next section might be, if you're selling, let's just say, if you're selling lamps, I mean, this might be, about pink lamps. I'm going out here. I'm just making up stuff that popped into my head. This one might be about blue lamps, etc. So I'm just giving you an example. And then what would happen is that the course content within this section would have to do with pink lamps. It would be all of the course content that had to do with pink lamps. If you were doing a course on, like, let's say, history, you might have ancient Rome, you might have ancient Egypt, you might have Middle America. I mean, you would have all these different things, and then the lessons, lesson modules corresponding to this section topic would all be loaded in there. To access the lessons, you simply come here where the lesson row is and click the Open Editor. These are going to look familiar. If you want to clone or copy this lesson here, make a duplicate of it, you can click this. This allows you to change the information regarding this lesson. So if we wanted to do that, we can edit it. We will just name it welcome. Drip delay has to do with how soon after they register, or the number of days from, say, the date that the lesson is uploaded, they can access the course. If you have a specific release date, meaning a date that the course content will be accessible, you can put that in there. Additionally, you can set rules where people have to have completed a certain amount of a lesson before they get access to a certain piece of course content. So we updated our lesson 1 welcome. Now we can actually go in and update the lesson content, clicking Open Editor. And you can see here that there are modules. You can update the title to whatever you want it to be. So if we're doing pink lamps, we will change this lesson title to pink lamps. You can put a subtitle in here regarding that if you want to give information. I'm just going to leave that, but if you wanted to, but you'll know that you can edit this and have it given more information about this. Now you have your modules here. So with these downloads now, if you have audio or video content that's downloadable, or you have PDFs or other other pieces of information that people can download, what you can do, this is what these buttons will be for. I'll show you in a minute. I'll kind of walk you through in a minute how you would integrate with those. So we'll start with this first module here. This here is an image box. We can put in an image. So we just click it. It'll open up this window. Here's the image row. We'll click this icon here. We'll select an image. So let's say that we have a course that we're going to be teaching. So let's just pick this one right here. So this could be an image of the course that has to do with this. We change the course title to Pink Lamps for Beginners or something. This subtitle is going to give a little more information about that. You know, here is all the info on pink lamps. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Now, if we had content that we wanted them to download, we can't upload the content to ClickFunnels. What we can do is we can use an upload service, a cloud service like Dropbox or Google Drive, and we can share content from those. We can get a shareable link from Google Drive or Dropbox, which basically we upload a content to our personal or business cloud service, and then we can get a shareable link that allows other users to access that specific piece of information. So once you have that link, to connect this button to that link, you just click on the button. The edit action is what you'll select, this green button here. It will be a website URL, just leave that, and you'll enter the access link from one of those services. So your sharelink.com. And now when a person clicks this button, it will take them to that content that they can download from one of your upload services. Now let's say for this lesson, instead of a downloadable lesson, we wanted to instead do a video. So what I would do, if you have an image that corresponds to the video content, you can just throw that in there. So let's just say, we'll just throw that right there, so whatever. And then let's, change the title, change the subtitle. And then instead of having this button here, now what you can do two things. If you have both, if you have a video that you want them to watch from this screen and a button, you can simply do this, add element, video, and it will throw the video in right there. And then if you want to keep the download button so that they can download any additional content, you leave that there and just do what you did here, connect it to where that downloadable content is located, whatever upload service you have. If you don't and you just want there to be a video, you just hover over download now, go to the trash can, delete it, and it will delete that button. Now in ClickFunnels, it's similar to them not being able to support any kind of upload documents, PDFs, things like that. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to upload your videos to some kind of service. In this case, video type. You're going to select YouTube, Vimeo, Wistia, or HTML5. Let's just say for the sake of things, you're going with YouTube. You just need to capture the YouTube URL and put that in there. Then you'll select if you want it to autoplay, meaning once they get to this page, it will automatically start playing. For these modules, I'd say no, leave that off, so that when they finish with this first module here and they come to this one, they can play it when they need to. You want to leave them the controls to the video so they can rewind, fast forward. Branding, if you want to put branding into the video. If you're doing a YouTube video or you're doing some other kind of video, you don't want there to be any kind of branding or other kinds of graphics, you want to turn that off. And then block pause, preventing them from being able to pause videos. This only works for desktop. If you want the video to play continuously, you would select yes. However, I would select no, because you want people to have the ability to pause the lesson when they need to. If you need to adjust the size of the video, you would just use these here. You would just size them according to what looks good for you. And this is the overlay text. Okay. So downloadable content, if you have video content, that's how you would do it. You would just add a video element here and then connect it here. You would select the video type and then put the URL that will connect this video to this, connect the YouTube video to this video element here. to allow them to watch that content. Save your changes. This arrow to exit. Now in the welcome section, this is the welcome section, apparently. Those are the pink lamps. I was doing, okay, I was doing that, but this is interesting. So I put the pink lamps in the welcome section. So it's late, it's 3 in the morning here, but you get the idea. Basically, if you were doing it right, you would put the correct content in the correct section. So lesson be learned: when you're adding content, just be mindful of where you're putting it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to change things around. I'm gonna leave that there because you get the idea. Now we're gonna get into the editor so you can actually see how to adjust things in the actual membership site. Now the editor, all it is it's just designs, things like that. All of the content gets put in here. This is where you upload all your content, your videos, your your PDFs, all of the information, stuff like that's all going to be built in through here. You just create sections and then you load the course material into these sections as lessons. This will actually allow you to edit the actual look of the site. A couple things. You have 2 links here. The first one is the login URL. So when people have registered, instead of going, they'll go to the login URL to get access back into the membership site. This is the link they'll use to get in to go to the login page. This here is the secret sign up URL. This is not, I don't know why they call it that, but this is where they go to create the page. Now I'm gonna open a new browser because I'm having some issues getting into the actual registration page earlier because Microsoft Edge. So I'm gonna open up Chrome and see if it'll, and here we go. And this is what the actual registration page would look like. You would just enter your email, enter a password. And what will happen is once they click create account, it will take them to the membership homepage. And this is what it will look like. So you see here, this was all supposed to be under pink lamps. So this should all be down here. But this gives you an idea to see what it will look like. Course content, so you have your header here. You have a picture of the course itself, brief description, download now to access the content. Here's that video. This is what it would look like. So they would play it from the page here.
So you want to start generating.
And then this would be a related image to that. So I'm going to close out of this. And now we're going to go into the editor. So once we're in the editor here, we can change some things. First thing we're going to do, similar to what we did on the registration page, come up here to the top here within this element. Remember, orange element. We click on that. And we're going to change the logo to be representative of something related to us. So we'll do that. That's a bit small. I wonder if we can make that a little bit bigger. Oh, there we go. It's too big. Maybe 150. All right, that's good. Okay, so we have our logo up here now. If we wanted to change the background, we would just do the same thing as we did on the one. Hover over settings, go to background. And we'll just do the simple, we'll do this background again. Keep it consistent with the registration page. Here we have links at the top of our page here. Dashboard. So for dashboard, you can have them just go back to the main part of the page. There's a number of things you can do with that command. We'll just say scroll section here. Support, if you have a link for a support, like maybe you have another website or something like that, you could just do support.com or whatever. If you have a preferred place for them to go enter a support ticket or a request in, you could build that in ClickFunnels. Actually, you can actually build a support form in ClickFunnels. As part of this funnel thing. That's kind of an advanced thing. I'll get into that now. But you could build a support form as part of this funnel process, not have it be part of the actual flow. Like this page would go to it on its own. They'd click that link and get taken to that page. So you could do that. Or you could, if you have some site you wouldn't want them to go and enter that information in. And then the log out is just so they can log out of the membership. And this is the command for that. This shows you what the formatting would be for some kind of a video lesson. Remember, this isn't the actual content. The content is created in the previous page. This shows you just how the layout of things. So this gives you the opportunity to change the look and feel of things. So for instance, if you wanted the background color like this part here, instead of it being blue, if you wanted that to be red, you could change that. So that is red. If you wanted the background of this field here, this whole field here to be different, you would hover over the green section, settings, and instead of being white, you could change it to, whatever you want. Make it red, purple, brown. That looks pretty nasty. Blue, whatever you want. You might keep the blue because it kind of goes with the logo. So we'll keep that. Remember, when you're hovering over these each of these elements within ClickFunnels, you just got to remember that as you roll your mouse across it, the bigger container here, the blue is for the section, orange is for the element here. This entire thing is green, so that's the biggest single object within ClickFunnels is this green section here. That affects all of the background graphics within this box here. Next would be the individual blue sections. So this is a double column, double blue section columns here. This is another double blue column here. Change the copyright information down at the bottom. I'm not going to mess around too much with that. I'll just show you that you can do that. Use save. And you can preview what the membership site would look like. So here's all your section tabs, your lessons. You just click on the lesson, the white lesson row here to go into the actual lesson itself. Okay, so we're going to go back. So there's a couple more things I'm going to show you, and then I think that's pretty much all. That's it. Now you see, when I did the trial sign up that I did, the test sign up, it updated the members column here. If you click on that, now you'll be able to see my registration. So this is me, completion 13%. So that's how much of the course content I've completed. Now there's no course content, so it's just seeing how long I've been in a particular piece of course content based on how much there is. Obviously 13%, date of sign up. If you wanted to get rid of me, you click the garbage can. Or if you needed to edit some things, like you needed to edit information, things like that. You wanted to know stuff about me, my contact profile basically created a contact card for me. This has like a built-in CRM. So that's kind of cool. Tells you my purchases, memberships, things like that. So that's useful. All right, so a couple things. First off, if you wanted to, I'm just going to give you throw out an idea. Let's say you were creating, let's say you were marketing a product. Let's say you were marketing pink lamps, right? And you wanted to, let's say this was all course content here. And at the end of that course content, you maybe wanted to throw in some kind of a promotion. So what you could do is you could say, okay, I'm going to give you a course, or I have this awesome course that you can get on how to buy the best pink lamps learn how. You put a description in there. So basically what you're doing is you're putting a piece of sales copy in here. A hook, buy the best pink lamps, learn how. Your subtext can be like, this course, this amazing course will show you how you can get the best deals on pink lamps, even if you have no idea where to find them, whatever. And then what you can do is if you are if you have a something like an e-commerce platform and you have a storefront where you're selling these, or if you have something where you're selling this course, or if you're an affiliate and you're promoting this on behalf of someone else, all you would need to do is just click the button here. Instead of download now, you would just say click here now. Call to action, set your action here, and you would just put your affiliate link, or whatever your link is. And what will happen now is you've got all your course content about pink lamps or whatever. They get to the bottom here, or maybe you throw it somewhere in the middle or something like that. And now this just looks like a piece of the course content. Now it's a promotion that you built. You basically did a promotion of your own. They click the link, they go to the affiliate offer. So I wanted to show you that. Another thing I want to show you real quick, and I'm going to wrap this up, is a cool tool that I use when I want to look at the colors, or when I want to know what colors certain websites are using. And this is Check My Colors, spelled with a U.com. So let's go into my membership site here. And let's go ahead into the page editor. Maybe if I click the button. Now let's say that there was a website that I liked, and I really liked the color of the font that it used, but I don't know exactly what it is. So if we go in here, if we select the text color, you'll see here that you have this whole spectrum of different colors here. If you look at the bottom, it gives you the ability to type in the 6-digit color code, and there's a way to do that. So let's go to a website. I'm trying to think of a good website. Let's just use ClickFunnels, and it'll just take us back to the dashboard. But let's actually let's type in www.clickfunnels.com. Now the colors of ClickFunnels are predominantly red, blue. Not URL. I wonder if I have to type in the whole thing. URL is not reachable. Okay, let's use one that I know is. So learn.com. Learn.com is like an educational platform. Its colors are predominantly like a goldish blue. And I'm wondering why. All right, there we go. I think this is going to work. But you can see it's like blue and goldish, so some white, things like that. So what this tool allows you to do is you type this in, it'll pull color information from that page. So there's that gold right there. And you can click on that and you actually see. So background color is this, foreground color is this. So we want this background color here, because background, that's the gold. Let's say I wanted that color to be the color of my text here. So all I do is take the code here, the color code here, that it captured from this site, this gold here, captured it, gave me the code for it, and I can paste it there and it will give me that same gold color. So I just wanted to show you that cool little tool. And so again, that tool is checkmycolors, spelled with a U.com, okay? So that is pretty much it. We'll save this. All right, so we went over how to create, modify the Access login registration page, create the membership area, load courses into the membership area, make sure that you add the course content under the correct section. Remember that sections are containers for lessons. You add a new section with this button, you add a new lesson. Remember, lesson goes into a section like that. This is used to edit the actual look and feel of the membership site. This link is what you give to log in, or to have people log in. This is the link you get for them to register. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. I think I covered almost everything. I went over this domain. You'll select the domain that you want to associate to this membership site, the SMTP, that's your email. The path is these characters that follow the .com after the domain. The tag, we've already covered that. So that is basically it. So that is how you go about building your free membership site. To build a paid one, you simply would keep the first two steps, the VSL and the upsell page, modify those, cater those to your offer, your price point, your audience. But that is pretty much it. So I thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it.